Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This will be a video response to Manny Raposo, who earlier today posted his top 15 Scream Factory titles. And he was kind enough to tag me, so I am doing my video. And at the end of this video, I will be tagging 4 or 5 people. 2 of them I have already talked to, and they said they would love to do it. And the other 2 or 3 I have not talked to, so it'll be interesting to see if they participate. These first 5 are going to be honorable mentions. These are 5 titles that I really love, but they didn't quite make the top 15 list. And the first one here is From a Whisper to a Scream, and this is an anthology film that's narrated by the late great Vincent Price. See a picture of Vincent right there. This was one of his later films. This was from 1987. And Mr. Price passed away in 1993, I believe. And you guys probably already have seen this, but I'm just going to go through and show you what I have here. And here's the disc. Pretty cool disc art, which is also the same as the, yeah, I guess it is the same as the cover art. And then it also has the alternate title of The Offspring, which they say that The Offspring is the original title, but I remember this as From a Whisper to a Scream. In fact, I have the DVD, old DVD, the MGM Films DVD, From a Whisper to a Scream, that I've had for quite a while. I'm actually selling this copy right now. But that is From a Whisper to a Scream. Very good film. I really recommend picking it up. And I kind of, not sure if you guys have seen this. If you order it directly from Scream Factory, you get this pretty nice film cell. And I did show this in a previous update video. And then it has a signed, it's signed in pen by Jeff Burr, who was a film's director. So I really like that Scream Factory throws it in for you. It's pretty nice little perk, and I'm glad to own that. And that is From a Whisper to a Scream. And my second honorable mention is The Battery, and I have mentioned this before in a previous update too. This is a really good film. This is modern horror here from 2013. Nice little zombie flick, kind of indie film. And there's the alternate artwork. That is, I think that's actually the original artwork. And then what I did was I just switched the cover. I like this cover a little bit better. And the 2 guys that star in the film are friends in real life. And you guys probably already know the story about it. This guy here is the film's director, and these guys both star in the film. And it's a zombie film, but it also has some touching moments of humanity in it, and these guys kind of bond together to survive this zombie outbreak. And I really enjoyed this film. That is The Battery. And number 3 on my honorable mentions is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Terror Vision and The Video Dead. And I enjoy both of these films. And I agree with Manny. If I had to pick, I like them both, but I think Terror Vision is a little bit better. But they're both fun films, and I like that Scream Factory does these twin packs like this. I hope they do more like that. Open her up and show you guys. Here is the Blu-ray for Terror Vision and The Video Dead. And then here's the DVD for the same 2 films. And then it doesn't have reversible artwork, but it does show some scenes from the film. But that's Terror Vision right there. And then here are some stills, some poster art and some stills from the Video Dead. And I enjoyed both of the films. So that is Terror Vision and The Video Dead. And up next is another collector's edition. I really like these collector's editions with the slip covers and reversible artwork. I think Scream Factory does an outstanding job. There is the original artwork, and here's the commissioned new artwork. And a lot of you guys know Scream Factory by now. A lot of you guys have been buying for a few years now. You know, if you order directly from Scream Factory, you get the poster, which is the commissioned artwork, which this is the poster right here. And this is a pretty fun little film. It's like a trauma film, but it's to me it's a little bit better than trauma. And I believe this is a Stuart Gordon film. I'm trying to see in the back. It's a Charles Band. Yeah, it's a Stuart, directed by Stuart Gordon. You can see that right there. Produced by Brian Usna. So this is a really fun little film. And I know that Sammy Falligar 517 ordered this for Allie Walker, so she's in for a treat. This is a really nice addition to have. So that is Dolls, and it is on my honorable mentions. This was very close to making my top 15. And the last honorable mention is Deadly Blessing. This is a Wes Craven film. This is another collector's edition. And I like the way that they put these little stickers on there too. It kind of reminds me of how they used to do the VHS boxes back in the day. They would put little stickers on the boxes. And for some reason, I did not switch the artwork. So we will take a look inside. There is the Blu-ray. And that is the same cover art for the inside artwork. And this is a fun little film. It's got, like I said, it's a Wes Craven film, and it's got Ernest Borgnine is in here. He plays kind of a, almost like a Mormon type character. And it has a very early role by Sharon Stone. And there's some pretty creepy elements. You can see Michael Berryman is also in the film. I really enjoyed Deadly Blessing. So now for my top 15, we will start with Prison. Show you guys the inside. This has a role by a very young Viggo Mortensen. And here you can see the DVD of it. Pretty cool artwork on the disc. It has the same exact artwork on the Blu-ray. And we will take a look at the inside artwork, which I'm not sure why I didn't, but I do like this artwork a little bit better. So I will be flipping that. I just forget to do that. I like prison type films, and this is a haunted prison type film, and it really comes together well. It's kind of a underrated horror film. You don't really hear too much about this one, but I do recommend picking this one up if you haven't picked it up already. It's a very fun watch. And that is Prison, number 15 on my list, and I'm going from 15 to 1. So this is number 14, Sleepaway Camp. Very cool artwork on the cover. And I believe I did switch this one. Yes, this is the original cover art. And this one stars the very cute Felissa Rose. This one had a pretty horrific impact on my childhood. I'm sure by now most of you have seen this film and have seen the ending. It really affected me as a child watching this film. I was probably, I was pre-teen when I first saw this. I was maybe 11, 12, and I remember having such a huge crush on Felissa Rose's character, and the ending pretty much scarred me. But that is the commissioned artwork there that we saw in the slipcover. And I do like the retro artwork, so I like to flip those. I like to have both artworks accessible. You know, the slip cover has the commissioned artwork, and then when you take these out, it has the retro. So I do like to have that. I like that option. And that is Sleepaway Camp at number 14. Up next is number 13, and I remember watching this in the theater as a child. And I used to love wrestling, and Roddy Piper was, he was one badass wrestler. He was one of my favorites back in the day. And he made the transition to acting fairly seamless, and I thought he was a great actor. And this is a classic movie. And watching Manny's video, he had made mention of the fight between these two, and he's right. I mean, that is a classic scene. And if you guys haven't seen the fight between Roddy and I forget the actor's name that plays Keith David. There's a great fight scene between Keith David and Roddy Piper. So go on YouTube and check it out if you haven't seen it, or even better yet, just pick this up if you don't own it. And this is a great popcorn film. You know, it's a very fun film. That's the original cover art right there, and this is the commissioned. And we'll pop this bad boy open and take a look inside. You know, I polished this little desk here. This is my computer desk, and I shouldn't have done that because everything is very slippery. But there's the blue, and then there's the commission artwork again. So there's not really a whole lot to show you on the inside, but very, very fun film to watch. And if you guys haven't picked this one up yet, I would say go ahead and grab this one right away. If you haven't seen it or heard about it, just give it a blind buy. But I'm pretty sure by now everybody's seen They Live. So that is number, let's see, 13, I guess. Okay, up next is number 12. And this is The Final Terror. And I'm a sucker for these, you know, outdoors, backwoods type slasher films. And this is kind of a, this one kind of flew under the radar. Not too many people know about this one. I do remember this from back in the VHS days. And this is kind of like a Friday the 13th burning. You know, it's got the backwoods element of campers hiking through the woods, and they're being terrorized by this particular bad guy. And in this case, it's a woman. So I don't want to give too much of the story away in case you guys haven't seen this. But I thought it was very enjoyable. And I think this is comparable to Don't Go in the Woods Alone. It's that same type of film, which I do love that movie too. These are the type of movies, either you love them or you hate them, because they're very low budget. And to me, they have a certain charm to them, and I really enjoy them. That is The Final Terror. Let's go pick that one up. Up next, this is kind of low on my list. I should have probably bumped this one up a little higher. This is Pumpkinhead. And this is a very fun film. Most everybody has seen this by now. And there's the original cover right there. And then you got the awesome commission artwork. And I do have this poster. That is a beauty right there. I don't think it gets much better than that. Let's see if there's a... Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And it's the... I don't have to pull the Blu-ray out because you've already seen the reversible cover, which is the commissioned artwork. But I think that disc art is pretty special. That is awesome. And I have not picked up any of the sequels yet, but I do plan to. And my Scream Factory collection is... I do have quite a few Scream Factory titles, but I don't have anywhere near what Manny has. I believe Manny has the entire collection. He's not missing one title, as far as I'm aware of. And if you guys haven't checked out Manny's channel yet, please do. And I will leave a link below. But that guy has an amazing collection, and he's a great guy. He's a good friend of mine, so give him a sub. Up next is John Carpenter's Escape from New York. And that is another cool cover. Just the commissioned artwork. And here is the original poster art. There's probably one of the most badass characters of all time, Snake Plissken. Everybody loves Escape from New York, right? here we have it's the Blu-ray, the feature film. And then we have the Blu-ray bonus features. Very nice little collector's edition. I think everybody should own this. And I like what Scream Factory does as far as putting, they don't just put horror films, although horror is my favorite genre. I do enjoy these cult classics like this, and I'm glad that Scream Factory has a little bit of a variety in their films, and that it's not just all horror films. Up next is a classic space vampire film from the mid-'80s. I believe this was '85 with Matilda May. And I'm sure you guys have all seen this one. Very, very sexy woman, by the way. And there is the original. And I believe that's the same cover that Scream Factory used for their Steelbook. I mean, I'm sorry, not Scream Factory, Arrow Video. I get the two mixed up sometimes because they're both very, very quality companies. They're probably the top two in my opinion. And throw Criterion in there too. I mean, that's arguable. I mean, some people would say Criterion is the best, but in my opinion, it's Arrow then Scream Factory. And then here you have the Blu-ray. And then you have the DVD. So I forgot what number I'm on, so I'm just going to keep piling through. Up next is Motel Hell. This was a favorite of mine going back to my childhood. I used to rent this on VHS back in the day. And this isn't a great film, but it is a very funny, it's a black comedy. It's got, it does have horror elements and it does have comedy elements. And of course, it's not meant to be taken seriously because the whole concept of this film is these farmers are abducting tenants that go to their motel, and then they bury them in the ground and they try to ripen them, and then they make food from them. And there's that tagline, it takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent fritters. And I do really love this scene right here though, and this is probably one of my favorite commissioned artwork for Scream Factory. That is outstanding right there, and that scene right there to me is very iconic, and I'll never forget that scene. I remember that as a kid. It's almost chilling in the little meat cooler that Farmer Vincent throws on that it's not a live pig head, but it's supposed to be a real pig head that he had slaughtered, and it does look very real. The special effects in this movie are very good. And then here you have the Blu-ray, and it's kind of cool that they have two different, they have the original artwork and then they have the commissioned artwork for the DVD. So I think that's, I appreciate the little detail that they put into stuff like that. So it is Motel Hell, and I recommend getting this one. If you haven't picked it up, go ahead and grab that one. Up next is my favorite installment in the Halloween series. This is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and I love these little stickers that they put on there. 30th Anniversary Silver Shamrock Edition. I know some people, when they were getting these when they first came out, they were peeling these stickers off. I left all mine on. I like these little mementos. I enjoy those. So here's the original poster artwork that we will probably all remember from back in the VHS days. And then you have the Blu-ray. Very cool. I like that artwork too. So this is John Carpenter's Halloween 3. I'm sure most of you guys have all these already. But again, these are my 15 favorites, so I recommend all these that I show, so I'm not going to keep repeating myself with that, but this is a very good one. And up next is, I think this one's a little bit underrated. I do hear some people talk about it and give it praise, but I don't hear too many people talk about it. This is one of my favorite films, and this is another Carpenter film. This is Assault on Precinct 13. And here you have the commissioned artwork, which is pretty cool. Almost kind of looks like a throwback to the pulp comic days, kind of the black and white crime comics from back in the day. And then you have the original artwork here. And I was glad to see that this was a collector's edition. And I do have, this is the poster, and I do have this. And there you have the disc art. If you guys are John Carpenter fans, or if you're just fans of like crime thrillers, I would definitely pick this one up. This is a very good film. And it is Assault on Precinct 13. Okay, looks like we're getting down to the top 5 now. This is number 5. This is another Carpenter film, and this is The Fog. And I really enjoy this film. And the Blu-ray transfer on this film is outstanding. It looks really, really good on Blu-ray. I do have this on DVD still too, and I love this Blu-ray edition. And that poster art is pretty special, I think. I love those the zombies. It just really looks great. And there is a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis. It is the reversible artwork. And on the inside we have a little one-page flyer from some of their previous titles. And then there we have the disc art, which probably could have been a little bit better. They could have probably came up with a better idea for that one, but I'm not complaining. I really like this edition. I like this movie a lot. So that is Carpenter's The Fog. I would say if you don't have this one, this is a must-have. Go pick this one up. And number 4 is a Tobe Hooper film called The Funhouse. And this is some really nice artwork right here. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. Manny wanted your top 15 to be the top 15 movies, not necessarily the top 15 releases. So I just wanted to throw that out there. These are my top 15 favorite movies, not just releases. So. And I don't know why I didn't flip the art on this one either. So let's take a look and see. There's the disc art. There's the original disc art with the drooling mouth. I really like that. That was on the VHS back in the day. And let me see if I can pop this one out here. There's also another of the original artwork. Some of the original poster art there. But I'm sure some of you do remember this drooling mouth on some of their original VHS artwork. And this is a great film. It's a haunted house, haunted funhouse type monster film. Some inbreeding and some horrific scenes. I really enjoy this film. See if I can get this back in without wrecking it. Better yet, I'll take care of that later. I don't want to wreck my slip covers. Number 3 is an H.P. Lovecraft From Beyond, starring Jeffrey Combs. And I don't know if Scream Factory will ever get to release Reanimator and any of the Reanimators, but I would definitely be one of the first ones in line to pick those up if they do. And this is a Reanimator style film here that I really enjoy. It's got Barbara Crampton looks just absolutely stunning in this film. There's the original cover art. You guys will remember that scene. Okay, and there is the DVD. And there is the blue. Looks like they went for the same design on both on this one. Very good film. If you guys don't have this one, I'd say pick it up. I'm not sure which of Scream Factory's titles are out of print yet. If anybody knows, the only one I know for sure is Life Force. I think that one's out of print. I'm like 99% sure Life Force is out of print. But if anybody knows of any other Scream Factory titles that are out of print, please leave a comment below. And number 2 is one of my favorite horror films of all time, and that is The Burning. And this is a really nice addition. The transfer, the picture quality and audio quality are outstanding. I really enjoy this. There's the original artwork. And you can see some of the back stuff. And pop this open, and this is another, here's the Blu-ray here. This is another kind of a backwoods outdoors type slasher, which I really enjoy. Those are some of my favorite, most enjoyable films. That is The Burning. And most of you who watch my channel at all probably know what number one's going to be. And that is George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. And that is some of the best cover art you will see. And this is one of the better zombie films that you'll ever see. There is the original cover art there. And pop this one open. There's the disc art. And I do have this edition on a couple different, I have the DiviMax edition, and I have a couple other editions of this film. This is probably the best edition that I have of this film. And I would recommend grabbing this. This is definitely worth a double dip, in my opinion. So that is my top 15. And the two guys that I talked to already that I'm going to tag are Joey Griffin, Look What I Found, and Sammy Falagar 517. I have contacted both of those guys. I sent them both texts, and they both said that they would be more than happy to participate. So the other two that I would like to throw out there that I have not talked to are Rom's Reviews with Lauren G. If you would like to participate, sir, that would be, I'd love to hear your take on these, on your top 15. And Killer Nerd 75, Mark. I haven't heard from you in a while, and it would be nice to see what your take is on the top 15 Scream Factory titles. So if you guys would like to participate, that would be great. I know a lot of guys don't like to be called out on tag videos, so if you don't want to participate, it's not a big deal. But I do look forward to Joey and Sammy's top 15, and thank you, Manny, for tagging me, and I enjoyed your list. And even if you haven't been tagged, why don't you go ahead and submit your own top 15 list, even those who haven't been tagged. So I'd like to hear from anybody. So leave a thumbs up, give a comment below, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks.